It's a lot.
I'll just do
There's a
this.
lot of
All
curls
right, we're
on air
ready.
here, on air, right?
It's a lot.
Perfect.
It's a lot.
You don't need
Yeah.
the little black box on. You just stick the on air thing in front of your face, and then nobody will know it's you.
Yep. Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Happy Saturday morning.
Yeah.
I have on my agenda for later today. Look at on my agenda for later today. See this right here?
Your hair colored.
That will be gone
Yeah.
in a few hours. So
Nice.
everybody's on notice. Yeah. I'm going to treat myself.
I am taking a break again from dyeing. You can tell. Look at that thing.
Well, I mean, like,
I don't know.
It's
I
white.
start growing it out, and then I'm like, do I like it? Do I not like it? And then I dye it again, and then it's so harsh. Just destroys my hair. So I don't know. I might grow it out again and just say, I got to learn to love my gray. I see these women with this pure white hair and it's all styled and it's, oh my God. I'm like, I want to look like that. I want that white hair.
I just look a lot
Maybe
older
not,
with
though.
it lighter. So we're going to keep it dark for a little bit.
I tried to go a little darker. It didn't work. It still was too light. So I don't know. I'm just going to have to deal with
natural
it.
is darker, but
Yeah.
nonetheless.
All right. We ready?
Yeah,
Let's
we're
get
ready.
rolling.
Yes. Okay. We're already rolling. Everybody's
we
just
are?
learning about our hair color. Yeah, we're good.
Oh, okay. I didn't
We're
realize
live.
we had already
We're
started.
on air.
All right. Talking about our
Good.
hair. This was my 80s hair, everybody. My 80s
Yeah,
hair.
that's-
Decided I should have done it last week for our 80s favorite 80s movies discussion, but I didn't. So, but shout out to my former hairdresser, miss her, Kirsten DiNicola at Hot Look Salon in Mammoth Lakes. Look at this mess, girl. Look at this mess. She would
Hot
blow it all
Look
out straight for
Salon.
me, and it would just look so beautiful. But I still haven't found anyone that, lives up to her high standards. But anyway.
I don't think people understand and appreciate. So I drive to Redondo Beach, which is what, 30 miles? Well, I don't do it as often as I'd like because it's just a whole day to go see Nicole, who has been doing my hair. Shout out Nicole. My hair since I was 24. I'm not going to say how many years that is. A lot. But I people are like, I can't believe you drive all the way to Redondo Beach. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I can't have anyone else do my hair. Nicole has 2 adult children. When she went on maternity leave for those 2 children, I'm like, you can't do this to me anymore. Like, you can't go.
Can I come to
Be
your
gone
house?
that long?
I'll hold the baby.
What are we
I'll hold the
doing?
baby.
Yeah. So I
I'll hold the
just,
baby while you're doing my hair. Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah,
she
they
asks,
don't
oh, so what
realize
are we
it's
doing today? I'm like, it's a thing. It's
You've
a
been
whole
doing it for
part of you.
20 plus years. But it's a
I can't-
relationship, and you make that relationship, and you just you don't want to
She
change.
knows all my weird calics and my things, and yeah. So
Yeah.
gonna go see Nicole later today. It'll be fun.
All right. Treat yourself.
Yeah. Treat
yourself.
myself.
Okay, so what do we share today?
So there's a local event. I had to write down the dates because there's 4. So the Pacific Air Show is happening this weekend here in our lovely city, and I'm pretty sure it's cursed. So this year, yeah, right? There's
Like
a lot of
crash curse?
controversy.
Cursed with
No.
crashes, or
Not cursed with crashes. There's a lot of controversy around it with some agreements that is very political. That's not why. That might be why. Maybe it's just karma cursed. So this year, government shut down. So like the big acts can't come. So everybody's a little upset about that. Arguably so, but like there's nothing we can do. It's not our fault. Last year it was super foggy and you couldn't see most of it. The year before that, something else happened. Then the year before that, I think, was the oil spill, so they had to cancel one day. So I mean, every year it's just something more and more keeps happening, and I won't discuss the political controversy because
It might be
I won't.
the
If I
universe's
when I
way of saying
retire,
it's
I'm
time to
gonna
stop this event.
right. I'm gonna make
Yeah.
a list of all of the things I'm willing to talk about once I retire. That will be one of them.
Yeah. Myself as well. All right. Well, air
So yeah.
show. Well,
So
the only reason people show up is to see a crash, right? So,
well, I mean, like the F, I don't which number it is, F-17, F whatever the fighter pilots. Though I mean, it's so fun to watch them. They're just
oh
it's
yeah, like the
so it's
F-14s,
yeah.
F-17s. Yeah.
We've got the Los Alamitos Air Force Base is nearby, so they fly around periodically. But like usually it's all week. Like you can hear them practicing, and I'm
Right.
like I'm in the flight path as they're going towards the beach, so I just stand on my balcony and watch them go by, and it's cool to watch them. It's cool to have them. The C-17 flies by a lot, used to fly by a lot more when Boeing was still here because they do
Hmm.
repairs and stuff on it. So like just seeing that huge, massive airplane come like low, like
Yeah.
sailing overhead. So I mean, it's fun to see, but yeah, I can see one once and then I'm done. I don't need to go every year. But nonetheless,
Yeah.
it's cursed, I
Yeah.
think.
It might be. It might be.
Could be.
I don't know.
Could be just a karma
be.
thing to
Could
be
be.
discussed later.
My Caresy is I'm going to give a little review of the Netflix series The House of Guinness. You're welcome to join in because I know you watched it as well.
I did. It's
Um,
delightful.
I enjoyed it for what it is,
Yes.
which is it's not really historically accurate. I don't think it's historical fiction, but it's very Peaky Blinders because it's made by the people that did Peaky Blinders. And it's been described as Peaky Blinders meets Succession, and absolutely, that's
That's a
absolutely
great
true.
description.
Um, I really enjoyed some of the things I really enjoyed about it were how whenever they talked about any kind of money, they would flash on the screen the today's money conversion.
Yes.
So they're talking about, oh, we paid blah 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 pounds, and it's like $5 million. It's like, oh, okay, that puts it in perspective. I also liked the translations. So you have characters that are speaking in, the traditional, is it Gaelic, Irish? I don't know what they
Irish.
call it.
I think they just refer to it as Irish now.
Irish. And they'll say something and it flashes on the screen, the translation. So you get the insult, which is kind of nice, mainly when they're insulting people. Um, I liked the storylines, and it's highly fictionalized. You have to watch it understanding that it is highly fictionalized. I did read some reviews. The Irish press had a field day with it because they used a lot of stereotypes and
Yes.
tropes about, Irish, um, the Irish culture. And, why does King Joffrey look like a leprechaun with this bright green bow tie? And, they send him off to America. And next thing you know, we've just morphed into Gangs of New York. So
Love
it's
it.
like, did they just cut and paste scenes from that movie into this series? It was very, very similar. And of course, you need a local lass. And so let's find some hot girl with a big flowing red hair and her uptight brother that wants to kick everyone's ass, with the hot Irish temper. They really kind of leaned into a lot of that stereotype. So they kind of didn't like that. And the poor Guinness family is like, who are these people? We don't recognize anyone in this
Names
story.
are the same.
But you have to take it for what it is. My biggest concern, I guess you could call it, is that I have a concern that this show is going to do to the now we went to the Guinness brewery in Dublin when we did our trip, and a little self-guided tour. We did the little special connoisseur experience, very pleasant, fun day. I'm afraid that this show's going to do to the brewery what that freaking Kevin Costner Yellowstone show has done to Yellowstone. It's going to bring out like the horrible tourists that ruin everything. I mean, I'm all for like everybody making a buck, okay? Hopefully it brings extra dollars to an area that relies on tourist dollars on some level. However, you have people in Yellowstone trying to pet buffalo and stick their feet in geysers. I mean, it brings those kind of people out. So my concern is that I just really hope it doesn't get ruined and that it gives all of us a bad name as tourists.
I
You know what I'm saying?
can understand that. However, it's not right. Like, so if you're watching Yellowstone, and we're talking about the U.S. population just because it's for reference for us.
Right.
Like, I get, like, right, I can get to Yellowstone pretty easy. I don't think as many collective people are going to be like, oh, let's all pack up and go to Ireland. It's a little further to get to, a little harder to get to. I mean, it might increase it a little bit, but I think it's, I mean, when we went, it's still pretty crowded. When Zach and I went 5 years prior, we were up in the whatever I forget what the rooftop bar is called, the Circle Bar, and we were shoulder to shoulder, edge to edge, hammered because you get your 4 samples a sample is half a pint. Then you get to pour you are 4 Guinness level pints deep before you even get to your free one up in the circle. Hammered. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, I need a nap. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So I think on a regular tour, like I think like we were there in late October when Zach and I went, we were like at the end of May. So the beginning and the end of the tourist season. So, and when we went it was packed. It was packed. So I think that it may increase a little bit, but I don't think it's going to increase all that much because I think it's already super, super crowded. But it's a valid point. I also enjoyed it. However, to my surprise, when I went into watching the first episode, I did not realize I thought it was like a full documentary, like complete historical documentary. No. It is not.
Oh no.
I was surprised. It was didn't make any difference to me because I enjoyed it, but that was that first, you're just like, wait a second, this is not a documentary. So I did enjoy it. It was fun. I like to take the brain out, set it on the table, and that's what it allowed me to do.
It was entertaining. And there's got to be a second season because they just left us completely hanging at the end.
So the first thing I did was Google, and I think they said that it's not completely like 100%
not official
inked.
Yet, but
it's not like official, but they feel very confident that Netflix will be taking it for at least 1, perhaps 2. Why wouldn't you? I mean, I'm sure it's getting lots of ratings.
It's in the top 5 on the Netflix,
it's
top 5 watched. So
it just makes me want to go back. So let's go.
I give it 5 stars. So anyway, all right. So let's get into our topic for today. Now, this is a part 2, and if people did not watch part 1 of our list, go back, take a look. I like to call this "You're Gonna Hate Me," but I don't care. So these are lists of things we like, things we don't like, otherwise known as a ledger of gratifications and lamentations, a litany of triumphs and trials, a compilation of pleasures and woes.
That one I like. Let's keep that one.
A register of felicity and tribulation, an inventory of boons and banes.
Adding to my dislike list. Kidding.
That whole list. Okay, so I'm going to start us off with something that I don't like, which is Simple Green, which is a cleaner. That smell hits me in the back of the throat and just touches my gag reflex in a way that, like when you smell someone's vomit, makes you want to vomit. And I would not allow it in the hotel. I wouldn't allow housekeeping to use it. They would sneak it in. And if I smelled it, I'm like, no, get it out of here because it's going to make me gag.
Okay, interesting. Now, Simple Green's office headquarters is like 2 miles away from here.
Can you smell it?
No, but I understand that concept of it. But I don't have the same reaction that you do.
And I don't really think it's that great of a cleaner. My mom used to use it, and it stains. If you get it on fabric or like on your rags and stuff, everything's green. So it does stain, or it used to.
Okay.
Maybe they changed that. I don't know.
But I mean, there's straight like ammonia or bleach, but don't put them together
No,
because that's
you will whip
really
up
bad.
some kind of like homemade mustard gas.
Shout back to another list of one of those things that we should teach kids early on, like, and ingrain that in their brain, because I don't think I remembered that until I did it when I was like 30 and was like,
Yeah. They call that, if you inhale that, it's called housekeeper's lung.
Ugh.
It's a condition you get called housekeeper's lung. Yeah.
I will I will say that one of the things that I'm greatly starting to dislike is the fact that everybody is just I get the value and understand the movement toward streaming services, but can we just stop with every single, like, if you want to watch these 5 shows, you have to have this one. If you want to watch this show, you have to have this one. If you want, somebody did the analysis of like, if you want to watch, like, if you want to have access to watch all the football games this year because of all the things they've done, it's like $400 a month. Because this many shows is on this one, this show is on this one, and I'm like, it's getting too confusing. It's getting too much. I have an antenna, so I have an antenna.
Yeah.
I have Amazon Prime because I get all of the things with Amazon Prime, and then I switch between all of them. So
I don't have all those
Too much.
subscriptions. At one point, I had HBO and Stars and Apple and Prime and Netflix, and it's like there were shows that I liked on all of them, and now it's like I just don't even care. Eventually, it will all come to Netflix and Prime anyway, so just wait.
Precisely.
Just wait. And
Yes.
I think I realized the shift away from traditional network TV during COVID, when they were giving updates, and the governor, whose name we shall not speak,
Thank you.
like, oh, he's going to give an address, an update at such and such time today. So I'm like, okay, we have a TV in the office at work. We turn it on. I'm like, where the hell is he? Oh, it's not on network TV. It's on, you have to go online to see it. I'm like, what? Stop it. Stop it.
It's too much.
Put it on NBC. Come on. Be normal. Don't be weird.
Too late.
Yeah. I know. All right. I'm going to mention something that I do like, and then it goes in conjunction with something I don't like.
I got a few of those too.
It is October. We can officially start talking about Halloween. Spooky season, my favorite holiday of the year. So I love Halloween. I used to do a big Halloween haunted house. I used to love to decorate, all that fun stuff. However, and I see it here because 2 blocks over from us, they do a big, the whole block gets involved and they decorate, and it's where everybody comes to trick or treat. And it's literally a line of people on each side of the street on the sidewalk, and everybody stands at their gate and just hands out candy. So what I don't like is when people take all of their decorations, the 12-foot tall skeleton, the giant creepy witch, everything, and they just line it up in a row facing the street like some creepy ass receiving line at a wedding. It's like, what? No, okay. All right, I see everything you bought. Thank you. Thank you for the spirit Halloween display in your front yard. Can you just kind of get a little creative, make some scenes out of it, mix it up a little bit? Not just a skeleton standing there staring at you. Maybe he's picking up one of the other skeletons. Maybe he's, I don't know, having a tea party with the other skeletons. It's something. But there is a house that does a pretty cool scene every year. And I think last year they did Day of the Dead. They did a luau, and they have little scenes set up, which is cool. This year they're doing Alice in Wonderland, so it'd be cool, exciting to see how they do that one. So
Halloween is also on my likes list, but for a different reason. One, because I feel like this October is like the best month for sports. Hockey starts. Shout out my Los Angeles Kings. Baseball's almost over because I hate the baseball, but playoffs are kind of fun. Football's right. It's like in the thick of things. I don't like basketball, but it starts. But so to me, it's the beginning of a new year because hockey starts. And
Mm-hmm.
I've been so depressed for 2.5 months without it. It just makes me happy.
Mm.
I don't care less about the decorations. Anything that requires more work on my part, I'm out. So I don't
Yeah,
decorate for anything.
it got to be a lot, and every year I would change the theme, so then I'd have to go out and buy all new stuff. I did have a wonderful, wonderful local guy that would do. He'd say, "What's the theme this year? What are you envisioning?" And he would come up with the most amazing props, like for the entryway, and just cool hand painted stuff he'd do for me. So I do miss that. But I'm sorry I left a lot of that stuff behind too, because had I known that my neighborhood was kind of the Halloween happenings, I would have kept some of that stuff so I could put it up. But
Well, it's your new items you can go thrift shop shopping for as you see
exactly.
them.
Yep,
Collection.
exactly. Start collecting that. Another holiday thing that literally, along with Simple Green, it hits me in the gag reflex is, and it's happening right now because I went to my local grocery store and there it is. As you go into the store, the little foyer where the carts are and maybe some seasonal stuff, those cinnamon scented pine cones. They
Yeah.
are so strong that,
Too much.
I mean, it's stuck in my sinuses the whole time I'm in the store. And then it hits me again on the way out. And it's too much. It's just too much. I mean, I'm not a huge pumpkin spice girl. I like a candle. I'm not averse to it, but it's like they're drowning. Those poor
It's a
pine cones.
much.
It burns. It burns.
Yeah,
It hurts.
it does.
Don't like it.
It does. I have one that's my like dislike, and it's Yelp. So Yelp reviews, when people give bad reviews for dumb, like really dumb reasons. So like this one that I was reading last week, they gave a bad Yelp review to the place because they have weird hours. They didn't even go to the place. They just gave it a 1-star review. The place is closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. They're open for like an hour and a half. This is tiny little. This is where we went Wednesday night for dinner, and it was so good. And they're open from like 5 to 9 on Thursday through Sunday. So they have weird hours. So and then it's just
Mm-hmm.
they're never open 1 star. I'm like, what are you doing? because because you didn't look at the times when they're open. You don't. And then I do love when like an owner will call out and they'll be like, "Oh, we're mad because we showed up 2 minutes early and you wouldn't let us sit down." And he's like, no, you showed up 45 minutes early
Yeah,
and we
that's
were
not
still
what
setting
happened.
up, and you can stay outside because we can't have you in the restaurant while we're doing stuff. We don't want you in there." Like, so I do enjoy that.
Yeah,
I
I've
do
seen the
enjoy that.
ones where the people they just pitch a fit and the owner will come back with, "Well, you showed up on the wrong night for your reservation. We confirmed it with you via text, via email," and they have all the receipts right there, and it's just the people, it's like, "Come on, people. Don't That's
I
Dumba. Don't be
I
Dumba."
don't be dumb, but I also enjoy when like a celebrity will call something out and then immediately you'll see like 500 1-star reviews, and then they have
Yeah.
to like shut Yelp down for
Yeah.
that.
It's like you broke Yelp.
You broke Yelp because they know you're doing it, and it's like you were mean to so and so we don't like. And just I mean, I also feel
Yeah.
bad because it could hurt their business, but then I think Yelp eventually deletes them all and kind of rectifies the situation. But just it's silly and
Yeah, that happened. There was a cafe in Silver Lake. I think we ate there. And it's
Mhm.
tiny. It's tiny. It has
It's
like
tiny.
8 tables and a counter. And I think, oh God, who showed up there? Not, not Machine Gun
Momoa.
Kelly. Who's the other one that's kind of like him and has a brother? I can't remember. Anyway, they showed up there and he totally gave it a bad review on Yelp because it was crowded and he didn't have a table. It's like,
It's
yeah,
not
it's
LA. They
crowded.
don't clear the room for you. Sorry.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I'll have to ask Tom. He was there, I think, when it happened. Yeah, it's like don't ruin someone's business because you're a crybaby and you showed up when it was busy. The fact that it's busy tells you it's good,
It's good. Yeah.
dummy.
Yeah. That comes up with one of my other dislikes is the do you know who I am kind of
Hmm.
people, because that's a do you know who I am kind of people. And this happened to me once with somebody, and I was doing my part-time job on the weekends, and this person drove through, and I said, "Hey, I need to see that number that's on your little hanging tag." And he said, "Do you know who I am?" And I said, "No." He goes, "I'm Kevin Elliott." And I said, "Okay, I don't know who you are. I just need the number off your little tag." And he goes,
Yeah, I don't care.
I run this whole thing." I said, "Great." I
Great.
still like if you'd have just said
Great.
13 or 71 or whatever the number was, you could have been on your way, but you had to pull your do you know who I am, and that was super fun.
If you run this place, then you would appreciate me doing my job correctly because that's what you hire me for.
Oh,
I don't know you.
I just
I don't know
what's the
you.
number? Yeah. I hate
That
those kind
leads
of
me
people.
to, okay, so this one I struggled with. Speaking of famous people, and I'm just going to say it. I'm going to make one statement about it, and then we're going to move on. And that is everything Kardashian. If we stop talking about them, maybe they'll go away. That's it. I'm done. Let's go. Move on. Next.
Yes, they don't reckon. Yeah, okay, fair.
Next.
Have another that is love hate. I personally I enjoy a self checkout because I just want to do my thing. Sometimes I don't want to talk. I don't want to just. I like Trader Joe's, but sometimes like read the room. I don't want. Oh, it's a great show. You really like cheese. Shut up. Just ring it up and let me go. Stop.
Yeah, we all like cheese.
Yeah. Oh, great. You should see my name is Sharon too. Okay, beautiful. They're wonderful. That's great. But I get
I think they must have it. They must have it in their training that you have to have like an
100%.
interaction. Like we had it in our training that we had to say the guest's name 3 times. And I'm like, I sound like a weirdo.
It's
You know,
it's
and
too
sometimes I
much.
can't pronounce their name. Oh, well, that's a great moment for interaction when you can say, "Oh, how do you pronounce your name?" I'm like, they're looking at me like the kids are screaming. I've been on the road for 8 hours. Can I just get in the room, please?
Get my keys
Give
and
me
get
my damn
yes.
keys. I don't want to
Read
chit chat with
yes.
you and hear my name 3 times.
Read the room. Yeah. But I
Yes.
do not like it when the self checkout does not read my discount. That makes me sad because then I have to go talk to somebody and raise my hand and
Yeah, you're like, bing, bing, bing. The light's been on for a minute here. I do enjoy something I really enjoy, and I didn't even know I enjoyed it till I started watching it, was the Westminster Dog Show. And they do it in February. They changed it for COVID. I think they started doing it in June. I don't know if they've put it back into February, but I could watch that all day. And, you know, it's the best of the best.
what's the
Love
movie?
dogs.
Best in Show.
The
Oh,
best in show. That's
so
hilarious.
good. So
Um,
good.
And these dogs, man, they are on. They are on. And you learn about different breeds. Um, it's fascinating. I like it. It's a little bougie, but I
No,
mean,
but
just
it's
watching. They've relaxed a lot over the years. They kind of are of the mindset that we're not going to penalize if the dogs act like dogs. Yeah, okay, here you go. They check them out. They feel them up. They're looking for the standards. They walk them down. They walk them back. If the dog does a little jump for his treat, they're like, oh, like the crowds love it. So they've really leaned into let's make it more appealing to people to watch. And, you know, if the dog barks, it's not it's not a point
deduction.
deduction anymore. So, but it's just really fun. It's fun to watch. I like it.
I will say on my list of dislikes are adults that are overly into things that are not really adult things. The new one that, and they're cool, I get it, but overly into Legos. Like there's a whole new, they have Legos, like if you go to Costco or go anywhere, they have these like, they're flowers in like a vase. And I mean, they're cool, but when you're overly into that, and you're like, oh, I have to run out and get the new one, or like the little Labubu craze, and they're like, when's the next one coming? We have to go to this store. Disney adults,
I was
people
gonna
that
say,
are
are we going to talk
overly-
about Disney
yes.
adults?
people, just adults that are overly into things that are not really adult things. It's a little much.
Well, the thing about Legos is they don't even look like Legos anymore.
They're
I
not.
mean,
Yeah.
when we were growing up, my brother was really into Legos, and he made some pretty cool stuff. But now it's like half the thing already looks like it's a helicopter, but all you have to do is snap two pieces together and it's done. I mean, that's not Legos to me.
Not. It's just a
And we were just
plastic puzzle.
yeah, we were just talking about Disney adults this morning. I went to it was my friend's 30th birthday, and we went. That was she wanted to go to Disneyland, so we got a group of us together, and there was a special night. It was Friday the 13th, and it was Villains Night, and
Okay.
so it was a special night. It was kind of cool, and then they do up the park for Halloween and they change the Haunted Mansion to the Nightmare Before Christmas. And so that's a big deal. So that brings out, I didn't realize what that brings out in the Disney World. So we were sitting waiting for, I don't know, something or taking a rest or something. And I'm looking at the line for the haunted house. And I started looking at all the people in the line, and we were trying to decide what we wanted to do. We're like, oh, should we go back over to California Adventure? Should we stay here? And I said, whoa, we need to check this out. And they're like, what are you talking about? I go, look at the people in this line.
Come with
I
me.
said, I got to walk this line. So I walked all the way down to the end of the line and all the way back, basically just gawking at the outfits people were wearing. This was like a Nightmare Before Christmas goth character Disney mashup explosion in this line. And I just thought, wow, this is what goes on here now. I mean, it had been 20 years since I had been to Disneyland on that trip, and I was like, whoa. Wow, this park has changed. So yeah, it's a little, and you see it on their cars. I mean, I have friends who, yes, are Disney adults. They're not that far gone, but they love their Disney.
My neighbor is an AVP with her little sticker on her car. So
What is AVP?
I don't know. Something like VIP, but it's got a Disney. It's a sticker with mouse ears, and it says I don't know, very special person. I don't know. It's fancy for. I do it a lot, I guess.
Okay. They have a annual pass, something like that. At
basically,
least, at
I
the
think
minimum,
so.
they have an annual pass.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So I have something that I think is gone to the wayside is just your basic manners and common courtesy and proper grammar. There is a guy on TikTok, Dan Shrek TV. And he gets a little aggressive and a little firm and boisterous about when he's talking, but like he'll say, it's like irregardless is not a word. It's either this or right, or it's not these ones or those ones. It's just these or those, like the ones are implied. Like you don't have to say. So I appreciate him teaching me and reminding me of proper. I think he's a news reporter. It's in a small somewhere or the other, but I enjoy people that use that. I mean, I'm not like a stickler where I'm like, you said it wrong. Occasionally I get that way, but I just appreciate and enjoy some old school manners, grammar, proper use of words.
It's really, I don't know if kids aren't being taught basic manners anymore, or if nobody's doing them anymore, but I don't know. I see those videos pop up quite a lot. How to behave in a restaurant, what it means to, when you put your fork and your knife a certain way, that's telling the waiter I'm finished, or I'm not finished. The waiter's not going to know. Or I know. Or, you don't put your napkin on your plate when you go to the bathroom. You put it on your chair if you're not done eating. It's stuff like that. And holding the door for people. You have your driving stuff. It's courtesy on the road. I mean, I'm not going to get in a fight with you over a zipper merge. Just, nope. All right, just go.
But I appreciate when somebody give them a little wave when they do it right.
Yeah. Just the courtesy wave. That's all you need. As kids growing up, we sat down to dinner every night as a family. The TV was off, and you asked to be excused before you left the table. That kind of stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
does anybody do that anymore?
I don't know.
I don't know. You go to a restaurant and
Probably.
there's a TV on in the background, you know? So, I mean, at like, I'm not talking like dining, fine dining, but um, I don't know. I don't know, but I hear
I
you
don't
on that
either,
one.
but I
And
appreciate it.
as far as grammar goes, the one that really, really gets me is and we've talked about this before, is the possessive versus plural s. If you put an apostrophe on everything, that's when I want to kick you in the throat. That's all there is to that. Okay, I've got one that I don't know when this started or why, but do we need to see scenes in TV and movies with men having a conversation at the urinal while they're peeing? Do we need to see that? I mean, as far as I know,
I don't think that happens.
you don't
But
talk to each other when you're next to someone in a urinal. You certainly don't look over at each other. You don't talk. You do your business and you leave, and you have your
I mean,
conversation
unless you're drunk,
outside.
maybe. I don't know. I'm not up to
But
date on my men's bathroom
it's
culture.
men's bathroom etiquette. But it's like all of a sudden, several years ago, it's like you have to have a scene in a movie where, oh, well, we're having a conversation, so let's do it in the urinal. All right. Sure. If it's that important, but gross. Gross.
Yeah,
Bathrooms are
it's just
for, doing your
going to the
business,
bathroom and
going to the
being done and getting
bathroom,
out.
doing drugs, having sex. That's what we want to see in a movie, in a bathroom scene. We don't need to see a conversation. So, anyway, that's my 2 cents
I
there.
have one that is really, I don't see it a lot, but when I see it, I appreciate it really a lot. And I tried to do it once, but it didn't work. People that do funny things when they see the Google Map car driving by, and then you can zoom in on it, like they'll
And
be
see
like
yourself.
laying dead. I was standing in my window when the Google Map drove by, and I tried to do a funny face and wave, but I don't think it got me, because then when I went to go look like 6 months later, I wasn't in the window. But I love that. I do enjoy that. It makes me laugh.
I don't know that I've ever seen the Google Map vehicle, or maybe I just didn't know what it was.
No, it's pretty obvious. Like it's usually a smaller car with just cameras everywhere, and it says Google
Mm.
Maps on it.
Oh,
Like it's
okay.
obvious.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't. I mean, I don't how they drive up and down every street like across the United States. Like it's
Yeah.
mind-boggling, but I enjoy it. Big fan of when people do that. Makes me laugh.
Love Boat reruns.
That's fair.
Those just I don't know if you've watched I'm sure it's on TikTok or Instagram or somewhere, where they do a 45-minute montage of the opening credits of Love Boat, and it's every
Everybody.
guest actor who appeared. And literally it goes on for 45 minutes, and you
Everybody.
see everyone that guest starred on that show. Towards the later years, not so much, but
It got bad.
I loved that. Loved the Love Boat. That was a classic.
I love calling things something that they're not, but they kind of are. So I'll explain. I occasionally will make homemade Rice Krispie treats. I refer to them as breakfast bars. And then if you
That you eat with a tab on the way to school.
100%, and if you slather peanut butter across the top, it then becomes a protein breakfast bar. So I love when you can do stuff like that. Right? So it makes me feel better when I'm eating a protein breakfast bar for breakfast. It's not.
That's a good one.
And like now my kids know when I refer to something as a protein anything, it usually just means it's peanut butter.
It has peanut butter on it.
It has peanut butter in it. Like if it's like a protein muffin, right? It's a peanut butter cookie. It's not. So I when I can find a way to call something that it's not and make it sound better than it is, when I'm indulging in a guilty pleasure of sorts, I do enjoy that. It makes me giggle.
That's a good one. Yoga pants. Yoga pants are for yoga class, just like muscle shirts are for muscles. I get it. You're running to the store before or after yoga class. Throw a sweatshirt on, please. Now I wear leggings. Those are technically not yoga pants. I'll wear a long shirt or a tunic type of top. It's an outfit. It's not exercise wear that I put on as everyday wear.
That's
I can
fair.
See you have a comment.
Depending on what kind of yoga it is. So, one, if you're doing hot yoga, you should be doing nothing except showering when you are done with said hot yoga class. You're drenched, you're soaked from head to toe. It is too much. It's a lot. I also do not like people who do not have a little yoga etiquette. Do not
Like
come
being so
stomping.
close, their junk is in your face.
That is the least of them. Like like you get there a few minutes early, you put your thing, and you're supposed to set your intentions and whatever. Like that's fine, but this is my quiet time in the room. If you want to have a full on conversation with your friend, step out the door. Don't come stomping in and
make a production about setting up and having a snack and zipping and unzipping your bag. Yeah.
And when it's not your personal class. You're there to follow the instructions of the person. Because when you have to get into a certain position and hold it and you're concentrating, somebody spinning around and doing headstands in the corner is a distraction, which breaks your it's not this isn't free yoga class. Follow the instructions, and there's options to do something a little bit different occasionally, which is fine, like an advanced pose of some sort, but so proper yoga etiquette.
Yeah. I'm gonna venture into the airport zone.
Ooh.
And there's a lot there, but one
So
that
much.
really annoys me, and it's happened a couple times. Have you ever been asked to switch seats with somebody?
Probably. I think I've probably offered more often than I have been asked. So if I see that there's something, I will say hey, do you want to just switch so you can sit next to? Oh, thanks, I'd really appreciate it.
I'll take an exit row any day of the week.
All day and twice on Sunday.
I'll save everybody. I don't care. But I've had a mom ask me to switch with her child so he can have the window. And I just looked at her like, bitch, I paid extra for this window seat. No, ask somebody else for your kid.
Yeah, I typically
should
will
have planned
have
ahead.
The hoodie on in the corner, headphones in, kind of sitting with my back to whoever's coming in once I get into my seat.
That's a clear sign that you want to chat.
Do not. I've been fortunate enough that I don't have a lot of people that then try and have conversations with me. It's yeah, I agree. Don't just stop. Or if you ask and they say no, be respectful of it. You're not entitled to anything because you have a child. They don't just get things. You know what? It's time for them to learn that life isn't fair.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Not everybody
You'll
gets
be
an
okay.
award. All right, let's do one more each.
Okay. Oh, do I want to do a like or a not like? Oh, I'm going to do a not like. And this is a self-awareness thing. When you're eating something crunchy in a quiet place, don't. If you have something, so sometimes I'll bring an apple to work and our office is really quiet. And if most of the people are there and it's really quiet, I will walk outside and I will take the 10 minutes and I'll eat my apple outside. This is very crunchy and it's very loud. We don't have a lot of noise where it can cancel. Sometimes it's definitely quiet. So don't just think about the people. Don't start chomping on a bag of chips. It just hits a nerve in me sometimes. So yeah, don't eat. Just go outside.
Loud chewing is it's hard. That's hard.
The loud chewing is different than the crunching, right? If you're eating chips in a quiet, it's is a little bit. I don't know. Anyways,
That's a rough one. That's a
it's
rough
a rough
one.
one.
I always try to be conscious of that. Yeah, especially when it's like super quiet. You're like, oh my.
Yes.
All right, I'll do one more. I'll do a positive one. I love my baby animal videos. I love my circus peanuts candy. I also like Bigfoot, whether he exists or not. Why not? Why not? Now, I will say that if he does exist, or she, whatever,
They.
why
Them.
haven't we found like some dead ones, or like a nest, or multiple ones, or
You
baby
think they
ones?
hatch?
It's like, why is there only one and we're still looking for him? I mean, for a while I was watching that show. First it was Finding Bigfoot, then Hunting Bigfoot. And I mean, they have a special call and everything. It was nuts. It was bananas, but it was entertaining. But, I mean, I have a lot of questions in the Bigfoot arena. But just one of those things. If you told me that Bigfoot lived in the bottom of the ocean, I would totally believe you, because there's some shit down there. We have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
But
Mysteries in general.
Yeah.
Enjoy them.
yep.
All right. So what you're talking about, Willis, is a little long,
Okay.
but we'll go through it pretty quickly. In honor of the NHL season starting on Tuesday, I have terms that are hockey terms that you may or may not know. My new running favorite that kind of started last year is calling the rink the Boy Aquarium.
Ooh, that's cute.
Right? It's cute. I love it. Like, you'll have somebody on TikTok that'll be like filming and be like, I'm just here at my Boy Aquarium. I'm like, that is a fun one.
That's
I
cute.
do enjoy it.
It's clever.
The puck is referred to as a biscuit. The stick is lumber. Gloves are mitts. They refer to the rink as a barn.
Isn't the puck also a ding dong? No, because it looks like a ding dong. No?
It does look like a ding dong, but nobody really refers to it as a ding dong. Not in like the hockey. I mean, some people probably do, but it's not like a commonly referred to. It's the biscuit. Chiclets or teeth, specifically when they get knocked out and they're picking them up off the ice. A celly, a celebration. Chirp is a trash talk. One of my a gong show is when the game just turns into nuts and chaos, a free-for-all, which is slightly different than a Donnybrook, which is when it is a gong show, but they're fighting. It's just all a bunch of fighting. One of the things that's been happening over the years is your hair is, they refer to it as a bunch of different things, but like your flow, your lettuce, your salad. I don't know why lettuce and salad, but it is. There's a Minnesota High School Hockey League, and they do this whole where they skate up to the camera, and they all have, if you get a chance, Google
they have their hair all done?
Minnesota High School Hockey hair. They've got mullets and they've got like their initials shaved into it. They'll spike. They'll do, and then they've just turned it into a whole montage of fun things, and it's hilarious, and it's a crack up.
That's funny. I like that.
The Gordie Howe hat trick is a goal, an assist, and a fight all in the same game. And then you've got just anybody who's a beauty or a beaut is just somebody who's just a classic. He's just a classic guy. So those are the rundowns of some terms you may hear me use over the next several months, referring to my favorite pastime.
What was the octopus on the ice?
So that's that's the Detroit Red Wings games. That's the playoffs. Right. They would throw the octopus on the ice.
On the ice.
Yeah, and then you've got in Florida, they'll throw rats on the ice because I guess the arena had like a rat problem. Most of the time they're plastic, like they're fake rats, but every now and then you get a real dead rat that somebody will toss out on the
hat trick. Gross. What else?
Hat trick, yeah. Cherry picker. There's two references to the word bender, is when you go out the night before and tie one on, or somebody who can't skate really well, whose ankles are bending in. There's a couple of really funny social media accounts that just lean really hard into the like typical like amateur hockey and just the way they talk. It's silly and it makes me laugh and I enjoy it. And
Yeah. It's fun. It's having fun with the sport and, keeps people engaged and having a good time.
So
What you
there's my-
talking? Yeah. What?
there it is. That's it.
Okay.
Thanks for my
What you
indulgence.
talking about, Willis, is it's an emoji with an acronym that I came across that piqued my interest. And it's the dying flower with the petal falling off of it is an emoji, like a dying rose. And
Okay.
it could mean like you're sad, or it could mean like something's dying. Like I would imagine when 6-7 finally is on the way out, you'll see
You will
6-7
use that?
with that emoji, like, dude, that's out. Don't use it anymore. And it's used sometimes in conjunction with SYBAU. Shut your bitch ass up is what that stands for. So I've seen it in reference to people who are posting videos where they're annoying, like a Karen.
So many.
And it'll say SYBAU and a dying rose. Like, shut your bitch
Okay.
ass up and just go away and die. Hopefully, I never see it directed at me. If I do, I will laugh and take it
Probably.
in jest. But yeah. And so
That's
there was a
hilarious.
girl on TikTok that said, I thought it meant like Subaru because I drive a Subaru.
Subaru.
Subaru. No, sweetie. Has nothing to do with your Subaru.
Oh, but
So-
also the people that when they see like the Subaru license plate, personalized license plate has a reference and they like screenshot it or film it and they make a big deal of it, that just makes me giggle too. I
Mhm.
enjoy that.
Yep. Yes, it does.
I enjoy that.
All right.
All
So
right.
we got through the list, but there's still more list stuff.
I know. I
Um,
still have, yeah. I mean, we
will come back. We will come back
Yeah.
to it. But this was one that people, our 13 subscribers on YouTube and our 10 friends on Instagram, have
appreciate the list.
asked for the list. So you got to give the people what they want, right?
Yes,
And
yes,
that's
we
all
do.
I got today.
That's all I got. All right.
That's all I got.
We'll catch
All
you
right.
next time. Peace out.
All right. Peace out.